Hi, welcome back guys. On this episode we are going to key up the bottom and get the 2 or 3 coats of bottom paint on, which will be the elastic epoxy blacking, and we're going to take a look at the top coat that I put on last week. So let's get into it. Okay, I've just had a quick little tidy up. Still got a little bit of mess I need to tidy up. When you first look at it, it looks really good. But once you get around the corner, let me try and find the right spot for you guys to see it. Maybe there. You can just see this. It's the brush marks. I had a feeling they weren't going to flow out a little bit, but it gets worse and worse. Yeah, I don't think the camera's doing it justice. Maybe there, you can see and that was me using a really soft brush, not even pushing down, just to take the bubbles out. So I can't leave it like that. Just because obviously it looks horrible. I know I can get it better than that. So I don't think SML top coats are for me. Might be for some of you, but I wouldn't tell anyone about it, to be honest with you. I've wasted so many hours sanding, putting it on, sanding, putting another coat on. I mean, that's the 3rd coat of this. And obviously I'd done 1 coat before where it was a stipple effect, but had to take all that off anyway. Yes, that was partly my fault, but this just couldn't. I had that 240 grit. It was as smooth as anything. It was a cooler weather, 10% acetone, thinner, sorry. And it's just not, it had this best chance and it's not done it. I tried it, like I said on the last week's video. I've tried to do the normal way, which would be better because then the paint would flow out better and wouldn't leave as many stripes. But the overlap, what I mean by overlap, I think you guys see it, is when I done a section and then went over to this section and I rolled it halfway over the 2 joins anyway, but when I tipped it off, you could actually see the little lip going over. And I couldn't get it out, even though I rolled it over it again and tipped it off. It would just come back, it wouldn't go away. Brushing, tipping down was the only way to get rid of it. And it's just left all the brush marks. So my plan. I'm thinking I need to key this bottom half up at 180. So let's go through the plan this week actually. Yeah, so key up the bottom 180. Get the paint on. Well, it stops here anyway. And then what I'm going to do is stop it on the corner edge. Get 2 or 3 coats, depends how much the paint will spread. 2 coats I'll be happy with, 3 would be excellent. And then I can get the boat back on the trailer and look at this again. I'm either gonna, well, I know it takes about 4 hours to sand this out at 240 grit and makes it look really smooth, which would be perfect for these epifanes paint, which is just roll it on and leave it and it does its magic. But anyway, yeah, so definitely sand it at 240. Then what I might do is hold off, I'm not too sure, see how I feel. I might just paint it, then I know it's done, and then I can paint the water line, get the masking tape up, water line, and paint the epoxy black up to the water line. So it basically goes a straight line across here, join the paint there, and then it go up nicely and around. Because then what I want to do is jump on top and start sanding that down, start doing the repairs. But like I said, I could end up painting this and then jumping up there and sanding, or I sand this, sand that, and try. I know a couple of you suggested to paint it all in one go. I've just got to weigh it up, see what I want to do, how far. But anyway, so the first stage of this week is going to be, let's key this up, let's get this to 180, and then tomorrow I can come back and get the first coat of epoxy blacking. I'll show you the tin. It is from SML. I don't fault all of their products. Primer was okay. Yeah, it could have been thinned out a bit more and spreaded a lot more, which I found out when I done the 10% on the top coat. It did go a lot. That was a litre, and I still had some left over. And the underwater primer, I would say that was good as well. And I've seen so many YouTube channels using SML blacking epoxy that I trust that as well. It's just a top coat. It just didn't flow the way I wanted it to. Like I say, I'm not a professional, but I've seen better paints flow out than this. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get to sanding. Okay, that's the bottom all keyed up now. I only had a focus really on the back half because I already keyed up the front half when I keyed up this. It's just that when I had a leftover primer when I'd done the 2 coats before this top coat, whatever I had left over I just topped up on the back half just for extra thickness on that. So that's the only bit I needed to key up, but I did go over all of it just quickly. So that's probably going to be it for today. Today was going to be a short one, but tomorrow we can come down, clean it all, and get the first coat of blacking on, which will make the boat look completely different. It looked really good. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day. It's raining, it's horrible. Just looking at this top coat, just noticed that some of it is really good, and then it's just obviously the odd. So I'm going to be really annoying. I know I said yesterday that I've just sanded all that down. I'm going to do the bottom paint, but I've had to think about it, and I'm thinking I've already ordered the paint for the middle. It just makes more sense for me to sand this back down and finish that. I know it's annoying. I know it's the same video like 3-4 weeks in a row. So sorry about that, but I just need to make sure I get it done. It just makes more sense instead of bottom paint up to there, then top coat, then come back, then tape it off, then do a strip of black in there. It just don't make no sense. I might as well sand it all down, get the last layer of top coat on, tape it off, and do the whole bottom paint. And then that is the whole bottom done, and I can get back on the trailer and get onto this top half. Like I said, it's only gonna probably take today to sand it, fingers crossed. 4 hours, if not. I've got a few days, to be honest with you. That'll give me time for the paint to turn up. As you've seen before, it only takes roughly about 2 hours to paint. So I think on this week's video, I can get it sanded hopefully top coated, and then next week bottom painted, because it's already sanded as well, so that saved me a bit on the video. Obviously you've already seen it on this one. Bottom paint 3 days in a row if I got enough to spread it, if not 2 days, and that's me done. There's no point me bottom painting, messing around, sanding that, then going back. It's just, yeah. Anyway, so today is going to be a sanding day, so I do apologise. It is boring, I know. I've gone through the edits and all you see me keep sanding the boat, especially with these top coats. But obviously this will be the last top coat. Like I said, I've placed the order. Hopefully it'll come this week. It should come. The guy I bought it off has assured me that it should be this week, early this week. So maybe tomorrow. But enough talking, let's get this sanded. So I'll probably see you guys in 4 or 5 hours to talk about it. Okay. Okay, and that is all 240. Nice and smooth again. Looking really good. So yeah, back to the start again. So my next thing really, that's it for today. Like I said, that is about 4 hours sanding. And the worst part is the bow, where you bend your back. Yeah, it kills your back a little bit there. Transom's done. But to be honest, the whole boat's sanded now, even the bottom, as you see yesterday. My next thing is tomorrow I will clean the boat 100%. Acetone, cloth, acetone, tack cloth, go over everything, because I did find there was little bits of maybe dust or something landed on the previous one, and that could just be the case of I just need to clean a little bit better up there. It's just dropped down. And I also clean the rubber rail just so there's no dust falling onto it. And then that should only take about half an hour. Cleaning process, obviously. Preparation's always important. It's the most, like now this is 240, that is it. It should go on nicely. I'm just waiting for the new paint to arrive, hopefully soon. And then hopefully it will be there tomorrow morning so I can come straight down, clean it, and get a coat of paint on. I'm going to put one on. I'm hoping just one coat, but we'll have a look at it. See how it goes. If not, If it is 2, then it will still be in this video because I've got an extra day. But to be honest with you, I think 1 coat will do it. As long as it's smooth and looks like a mirror, I will be happy. And then next week we can move on to the bottom paint. I'll keep saying that, so I'll stick to the job in hand. 1 coat on there tomorrow. All right, see you tomorrow. Okay, new day. Paint didn't arrive, so hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. What I'm going to do today is tidy up, hoover up, get all the dust away, clean the entire boat, even the bottom, so that saves me a job. I'm going to do the bottom paint, even though I'm doing it now obviously, but you know, it just on that video it saved that, and just really spend all day tidying this up so there's no dust. Clean up all in here. I did do it before, but it must get some a little bit trapped, because I noticed on the other side when I started that little bit was in the paint, mixed with the paint. So today would be the best opportunity to get it all cleaned, hoovered. Yeah, so I'll crack on with that. Okay, that's the boat all cleaned, hoovered the floor, hoovered the boat. Then I acetoned it and tack clothed it. As you see, same procedure every time I do it. You can see how much I've got it smooth just by the 240 grit. It is really smooth, so the paint going on it has the best chance possible. Like I said, if I could buff this up and polish this up, that would be perfect, because it's nice and smooth. But I don't think I get the gloss effect. Hopefully the paint turns up today or tomorrow morning, then I can come down here after work and get this last coat on. It's looking really good though. Weather's starting to warm up a bit. Still on the cooler side of painting, you know, still like I think today's tops off at 21, so still not bad. I have ordered like I said, the epifanes paint, and I've also ordered it's a slow I think it's a slow reducer, so it slows down the curing time a little bit, so the flow time's a little bit longer, which would be great. With this procedure, I am just rolling on, because that's all you need to do. You don't need to tip it off. I bought the felt rollers with it as well. But yeah, so that's it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day. It's actually a lot better weather. About 19 degrees, which ain't too bad. But it is painting day today. A little bit mixed up on the delivery, so I had to wait a couple more days than normal. But that's here. I'm going to get it out. These epifanes say I've got to mix it and leave it for about 10-15 minutes to do their something mixture or whatever it is, I don't know. So while I mix that, I'll cover it over and give this another tack cloth as it's been overnight, just in case there's any dust landed on it. And then we can start the top coat again. Fingers crossed, eh? All right, let's get into it. Okay, and that's that paint on. Wow, what a difference. It is nice and smooth. You probably see it on the time lapse, you can see it flow out probably. I haven't looked back at it yet, but wow. All fed in, like no overlaps, nothing. Really happy with that. That's the epifanes. Yeah, really good, nice and shiny. Use a light, you can see now, and that's probably still got some flow out time because I've got the reducer, so that's only going to get better. Even that I'm happy with. That's what I've been looking for all these weeks. I mean, you can literally see everything on this other side. So yeah, I think I'm only going to need to put one coat on. I will check, come back in a couple of days, have a look around it, see how it's turned out, but really happy with it. You can see the door over there, and I've only just finished that bit there, so that's still got loads of flow out time. Transom, all done, shiny. Just a complete change. It's amazing, you know, the wrong paint, how it messes you up for weeks and weeks. And I finally bit the bullet. It is expensive, you know, but you pay that little extra, and that would have saved me 3 weeks. I would have been on the top half by now. The bottom half would have been finished. Very happy with that. So that's going to be it for this week. Next week we'll have a look how this is cured, finished, and then we are going to be looking at putting mask and take the waterline off, put the bottom paint on, 3 coats. That'll take next week done, and then get it back on the trailer and start on this top half. But I am going to stick with epifanes. I ain't messing around no more. I've still got probably about half of the tub left. I did waste a little bit because I made a litre up thinking that would need a litre. Yeah, let me come back to you quickly. I'm going to pour that into a measuring jug so we know how much I've actually wasted. Okay, be back. Okay, back. Poured it into this. I've lost about 500 ml. Not good. I don't know how much that's worth. I probably didn't calculate the reducer. Put 100 mils reducer. Yeah, so I wasted quite a bit. But that's all right. I'm glad it's done now. I know for next time do a little bit less. My biggest worry was because it needs the 15 minutes mixing time. I didn't want to run out halfway, then have to wait 15 minutes and then start again and something happens with the overlap. But it's okay. I know it is the expensive fault, but I've got the finish that I wanted. That is the only thing I wanted. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.